Hello everyone, this is Fi. Today I'm checking out Apartment 327. Apparently a survival horror game. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a playtest, see if we can give some useful feedback. This is posted on the Reddit Feedback Friday, so I'll go ahead and start with reading the post here real quick. It says, "Hi folks, I am Francisco." I'm not gonna attempt your last name, I'm sorry. That's very difficult. From Binary Box Studios, a small video game studio located in Spain. I just didn't want to mispronounce it like horribly. Today we launched on Steam the first demo of our first project, Apartment 327, a survival horror and time travel game. The final release will be on February 2019, but all feedback we can get until then will be great for us. If anyone is interested in it, it would be great if you can play the demo through the game Steam page and let us know what do you think about it. Sorry, there's a couple typos there, I think. I was stumbling on. Thanks in advance. So let's go ahead and give this a try. So I've got the game launched. And as you can see, it kind of opens right into gameplay of sorts here. So I've not seen anything past this before. As you can see at the top, it says work in progress does not represent the final look of the game. Okay, here's some breathing. So yeah, this might end up being like violent or gory, something like that. So just a heads up. Oh, okay. So I can move, but it's extremely sluggish. Like there's a lot of inertia. And it looks like, see, in the top left, I have the FPS meter there. This is about 80, but it looks kind of jerky, so that's kind of strange. Like sometimes. But yeah, I'm not sure what to think about the movement. It takes a long time after you press the button for you to like accelerate to your top speed. It doesn't feel very responsive. Forwards, left, backwards, right. Q menu. Oh. I guess the menu is like a room. Okay. I guess. That's interesting. Important. This is the inventory object. Objects collected during the adventure will be visible here. So there's a little eye that shows up on there. If I press Q again, what happens? So I go back to where I was. That's cool. E is action, F is flashlight. Show hide, so maybe I just don't have that yet or something. Shift is run. Oh, right mouse button flashlight. Maybe it's just another button. Okay, so I like the sound effects when you start breathing heavy when you run, but the acceleration is kind of absurd. Like I can hear my feet going, but I'm just like not moving yet. So I get this image that I'm like my feet are sliding on the floor while I'm trying to run. Like maybe this carpet is sliding out from under me or something. Um, the visual design is pretty nice looking. There's a lot of chromatic aberration, which is probably pretty distracting, and I imagine some people won't like that. But like this carpet looks great. I don't know if these are all assets that were handmade by the dev team. Oh. Still breathing heavy while playing this. This is cool though. I like that I can interact with this. I guess only some of the keys though. And I can't like hold it down and slide it up or down, up and down the keys. So I'm not sure if there's anything that's gonna happen if I mess with this. Flash shot. I wonder what a flash shot is. Alright, so I'm gonna hit the Q again. If I can E. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Oh, it burned. That's kind of cool, I guess. But, oh, it's back. Okay. That's strange. Interesting visual effect, but unexpected. So it's kind of weird because like I can read this clearly, but then it seems to be important enough to the developers to like re-render the text over the screen. It seems kind of silly, but I don't know. Maybe in other cases it's necessary. Massive protests against the rebuild of the Berlin Wall. So yeah, like even this, like I can read that headline on the newspaper, so I kind of just want to look at it. But then it just like covers the screen. Then I have to read it like this. So it kind of seems unnecessary. I'd also like to be able to crouch. I understand it's probably not necessary for the gameplay, but I'm just so used to doing that in games. Just to be able to kind of like look around in the environment. In first person games, it just like almost always they have like a crouch. Maybe. Alright, I'm just trying the other keys to see if I missed it or something, but you know, just having it there is just nice, you know what I mean? Sometimes people just want to like look at the assets and stuff like that. And another thing I'm noticing is I actually feel really tall. Which is especially interesting because it sounds like I'm a female character, but like I feel like I'm about 6'4". I don't know how high this doorway is, but it seems like it's just over my head. So, you could consider adjusting the camera height. That reason, I definitely feel like I'm up here a little bit. Main menu. So I don't know what the... Okay, so it's just restarting the game. Just gonna bring me back here. So I don't know if this is meant to be like the main menu, or if, like the main menu. Okay, I guess this is, because there's English. New game, all save data will be lost. Exit game. The interactions kind of like making a spatial area like this into a menu is a really cool idea. I like that concept a lot. So I can kind of move around in this room, and the room kind of represents the menu. So I definitely give kudos for that. Let me just walk through the door to select the menu options. I know it kind of took me a while to like get started here, but... Alright, after a series of strange events, and the Elizondo family disappeared... Oh, the Elizondo family disappeared from their house without a trace. Oh, I didn't get to read the rest of it. Something about paranormal. There are so many things I regret. But it's too late for correct my mistakes. Images come blurry to my head. As of everything was a distant dream. So some of these, however, I clearly remember those eyes. We'll talk when this is done. Oh, they took my life. Okay. So, oh, it seems like the mouse is moving faster than before. So that's strange. But yeah, there's some errors in the English there. Might be worth pointing out. I guess we have to get pretty close to the door before we can interact with it. And again, I feel like I'm gonna like... My hair is gonna brush up against the top of this door. I like how slowly it opens, but... Definitely have that very tall feeling. These sound effects. Dropping some frames here. This is a GTX 970, by the way. This doesn't appear to be like extremely detailed area. Yeah, getting down there in the frame rate, unfortunately. Alright, Anita Foxtrot. At last they gave me the green light to enter tomorrow in the old house of the Elizondo family. Excuse me, the house has remained closed since the tragedy occurred, and no one has died or dared to enter until now. This can be a great opportunity for my career. Journal sent to the inventory, okay. Alright, so that kind of makes sense if it's gonna disappear in a burst of flame if it's being sent to my inventory like that. Alright, so I can rotate things, which is very kind of Resident Evil-esque, but I like how it kind of fills the full screen here instead of like going into a menu or something. So that's cool. It's a little awkward if you want to rotate in a specific way, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's cool. Very cool. Can I do it like all this stuff? Alright, that's neat. So presumably at some point there's going to be like something I could find by examining items like this. Now what happens? This has something in it, right? It's just going to stay in there, right? Okay. So you're not physically simulating the liquid. Okay. So yeah, I like that mechanic. I can imagine the breathing effects probably would get tiresome, since they're just randomly happening kind of constantly. What does the sound mean? It's one of those things where if it's happening all the time, then you're just kind of gonna get numb to it. The player will, so it's not really gonna have any impact on the game anymore if that happens. So, might be worth doing something like having that be, maybe scripted in, like you when something happens or when you walk into an area or something, it kind of triggers a sound like where and when you want it, rather than just always listening to her breathing funny. Alright, that's cool, but I can't do the one below it. Like, I feel like I should be able to press the crouch button and reach that. I can't do these either, so it's a little bit... Now what's... Okay. So this looks like a handle, I guess, but it's kind of like the angle that it's being shown is kind of awkward. Like, I can get that it's missing its handle, but it's kind of weird that it's just kind of oriented in that way, I guess. It might be nice if you could, if the transition, like when you pick it up, was a little faster. Like, it's kind of fast when you put it down, but, if the player's going to be spending a lot of time doing this, it can be nice to be able to, do that a little faster so they're not, getting tired of how long they have to do simple actions in the game. So lots of plants growing in this place. There's the clock. Fortunately, the pendulum isn't moving, even though it's clicking, or ticking. So yeah, I would like to be able to interact with the rest of these. But I don't know. So I guess let's try this door. That does open. So which way do we go? We have options. Alright, this is a mess. It's like a safe. Again, I wish I could kind of crouch down and look in there. Might be nice if you can interact with the lights. I don't know if these are real-time, using real-time lighting, or if it's like baked. Obviously, if it's baked, then that wouldn't be a thing. Cure for photosensitivity. Phototherapy for children with intolerance to sunlight. So maybe that's a clue to the game's story. Something went wrong. Alright, we got the bathroom. Yeah, if it were possible to interact and like turn lights on and off, I think that'd be cool. But it might be asking for too much. Is there anything I can interact with in here? I mean, it's kind of nice to have just for kind of completion's sake, but there's like literally nothing. If I can't even turn on the faucet or anything, then I don't know what the point of being in here is. Now, why did these doors close? Is that supposed to be a creepy thing, or is that supposed to just be because I left that the doors closed? And was this? Why did they close? I don't understand. Yeah, it's like when I go over here, they close. So I don't understand what's going on with that. Maybe it's like the game is trying to unload the rooms or something. I don't know if that's the case. It doesn't seem like there's any loading going on, but yeah, it's definitely weird because it's like a creepy game, but it's like it doesn't really seem that creepy that the doors are just randomly closing. But it kind of seems like it might be trying to be creepy. It just makes it ambiguous. Now it's closing again. So this is an elevator, right? So it needs a thing? A handle thing? A lift? So what if you just hold shift all the time? What happens? Anything? Is it limited? Oh, here's this. Gold tuning fork. Emits a strange frequency. Right, so if I just do this, okay, it does that automatically. It's not a handle, it's just a tuning fork. Current date. Okay, is this going to be our little time travel thing then? There's so many options though. Where do I start? July 23rd, 1923. So this is going to be like the day before. Well, this is blinking. Does that mean I'm supposed to press this, or does that mean that's where I am? Oh, current date is August 9, 2016. Or August 2. Interesting that we're in 2016. Like, it's just a couple years ago, so... Seems like a strange date. Like, maybe they started making it in 2016 or something? Select destination and hold the level. So say level. Should probably say lever. So I think this is blinking, so that's what they want me to press. Okay, so that's the only one I can do, I'm assuming. So we're going back like 100 years. Again, I feel like I'm too tall. I'm gonna hit my head on this. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so this looks very Unreal Engine 4 now. Looking at these reflections and stuff. I can pick that up. That looks nice. Really high resolution textures. The geometry isn't as... So I can't open it. It's a little toy. Very interesting. Agnes Elizondo. The market of toys is opening in the city tomorrow. What great news that it will be open at night. Clara will be happy when we take her to see him. Can't interact with that. Looks like I can go back to August 2nd if I want to. Oh, alright, so say some bad things happened in here. Can I close this door? Nice if I can manually close it. I guess I have to walk away and it's gonna close itself. Yeah. So that's kind of annoying. I'd like to be able to do that manually. Alright, we're locked out. What am I looking at? What's that? It's all a bit dark. That's a very strange statue. Joseph Elizondo. Strange noises have been heard in the house the last few days. I feel as if someone is watching us. In addition, those noises happen at the same time as Clara's strange behavior. She has not wanted to leave her room since we came back from the market of toys, and every time we enter at her room, she gets very nervous. Alright, she got some possessed toy or something. So we got one of these. I guess that's going to be useful in the other time period there. Might be seeing some repetition in the paintings. I think I saw that one before. Or maybe it was at the other time, I don't know. So this is still nailed up. Maybe that was her bedroom. Or something. The Sunchild Foundation stops investigations against rare diseases. Alright, so I guess we have to go back, because we just have the handle. There's no other thing we can do yet. Alright, so that didn't take too long. I was kind of wondering if that was going to be kind of annoying to go through that. If it took a long time to kind of transition, and I know it has to like reload and everything, but it didn't feel too bad. So we have this right here, right? Alright, so it just kind of appeared on there. We got a key. Open close doors now. I don't think... Alright, now it won't close this. Oh, okay. Might have been a little bug or something. I couldn't close that, but it was making the sound. So I think it just wants me to go back to... Oh, it's not up here. To just go back to this time and then... honestly, I want to look back at this, because these... It should be the same building, which means I should have some sense of... Oh. What's up with this door? There's no handle or anything, that's weird. This one's locked now. So it's not... I think it's been automatically using items from the inventory. I don't think there's an inventory button. Like, I know there's a menu like this. Oh, okay, so this shows an inventory. So I can pick it up and, like, look at it. But... I don't think I'm supposed to, like, manually activate anything. I think it's supposed to be all kind of automatic. So... That's the bathroom. Alright, so pretty slow pace so far, but it's interesting. It's intriguing. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a seam there. Just a ball, I think. Interesting that we can examine everything. This one got really close, though. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Oh, this one's just bigger, and that's like a giant version of this. It's kind of weird. I guess they made it bigger so you could see it easier on the floor. Okay, that's creepy. That's real creepy. So, like this statue, that's definitely a statue. That definitely wasn't here before. That looks very malnourished. That's creepy. Alright. About this. Alright. So it's a little ambiguous because it's like you have other locked doors here. But I guess the fact that it's kind of automatic makes it a little more straightforward. Energy Nove. So it kind of seems like the graphics are better in this time period than they were in the other one, which is interesting. Now, what was that sound just now? Oh my gosh, really? Well, that's not creepy at all. Wow. Are we gonna get murdered? That's what it's starting to feel like. Lots of shine on this pepper. Tomato sauce. Wait, what did that say? Coming soon. Okay. Oh, we can open these. Is there anything in here? Not sure what that is. So I could pick all this up. It'd probably be fun if these are like physics enabled, but it's okay. I mean, you know, it's always just fun to like throw things around, but I suppose it's not that sort of game. So these are like composers, right? Oh, that reflection. Huh. Okay. Play some music? Oh, it's not playing. Is it? I don't hear anything. Is there no record on it? Maybe I'll find a record. Hmm. I guess she is photosensitive, and that's what's being represented by the the crazy bangs over her eyes. It's an interesting photo for sure. Oh, there's a door right here. Agnes Elizondo. Again, it looks like all these things could have been read without rendering the text over it again. I mean, I guess if you're playing it like, you know, some really low resolution or something, you couldn't, but... Allergy to the sun. She'll never be able to go outside again during the day. Hmm. Oh. Okay, well you can like actually read this one instead of it rendering the thing. Turner complete works. Oh, I rotated it weird though, so that's annoying. So yeah, I kind of wish that I could, like I've mentioned, I kind of wish I could just read these things without it rendering the text over the screen like that, but also like if I'm gonna be able to rotate these, if it's a book and I get it like all weird and then I'm like, you know, how do I get it upright again, then that could be annoying. uh, Also, like the lighting is kind of making it hard to read this, but something is really wrong with this place. Oh, wait a minute. This is weird. Okay. So this book somehow knows that I'm stuck in a space-time loop that keeps you tied to this place. Surely your colleagues at the program will not believe the experience you are living. Finding an exit is the only solution. But again, let's go back to the beginning. What were you doing just before you got here? I don't know. I mean, I was starting a game. How is it possible to end up trapped in a space-time anomaly like this? What the hell happened to the Elizondo family so that their house would end up like this? Traveling in time between 1923 and 2016, going through 1965 and 1992. Does it not make sense? It does not make sense, does it? I can tell you a secret about time travel. It is possible to take one object in a temporary period and use it in another one, so you can create small paradoxes that will be very useful to leave this place. What came first, the chicken or the egg? It may be a bad idea to continue with this last concept. Let's leave the eggs and the definition of time for the Joyce brothers. Alright, so, I kind of expected this to be kind of an inconsequential, just like a book that was just gonna have like some flavor text about whatever, but it ended up being like about me in the game, and that's pretty weird. So it's kind of neat though to just like randomly come across something like that. It's the statue. Alright, so at this point it can get a little tricky because... Okay, I guess I came from this way because of these pictures I saw before. But it's a little easy to kind of get mixed up, like which way you came from and which way you're going. As they're dead people now. Wonder if you guys like have... Do you have to like purchase rights to use the artwork or something? Or is it like public domain? Okay, there's a little hand, but it's not doing anything. So what does that mean? There's all these circle things, but I don't know. Gosh, it looks so dark. It's creepy. And this one's locked. And this one's locked. So what does it mean then? I mean, this was forward as far as I could tell, and that's really creepy when that door shuts. I can't seem to interact with this, so I guess all I can do is go backwards, but it's kind of counterintuitive that it's showing me this and then doesn't seem to do anything. It's very counterintuitive, so I'm trying going backwards, hoping nothing jumps out at me. This kitchen again. Right. So she hasn't moved. But yeah, I don't... did I pick up something? No, my inventory is like empty except for this. Oh. These are all flashing. I guess it means because they're new. Apparently you collect all these. So I'm gonna queue out of this again. And yeah, unfortunately, I definitely get the impression that I'm meant to go forward at that point, but because I don't know what else I can do here. But that weird door didn't seem to be working. So what else can I do? I could go back to the other time period, but I feel like I'm just going to be wasting my time doing that. Which is not a good situation to get in. You don't know what to do and you start just like running around to different time periods. You could end up wasting like a lot of time. Just not having any clear sense of what you're meant to do to progress at that point, so that would be something I would try to be careful about. Is that a Tesla? Hit this. I don't think I went in here, did I? It's locked. Oh. And that's locked. And there's that. Surprised I can't look at that one. So it'd be nice for this kind of thing, because I think it would feel cool if you found a book that was upside down and you picked it up and could rotate it around to look at what was written on it. But, yeah, unfortunately. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Alright, so we're gonna go to the door. Is this the right way? That's locked. Alright, this way. I don't know. So next thing I'm gonna try. And we're just gonna go back. And it was like up there, right? I think the only thing I can do is just try and go back here and see if it like reloads differently. So I'm wondering if this is some kind of a bug or something. It could be preventing me from interacting with that door. I wonder if the statue is in the other time period. Alright, still not getting anything out of this. Also wondering, I think the controls never mentioned like using the mouse buttons. I guess the right mouse button for the flashlight or something. I kind of wonder why you couldn't just like left click instead of using E for everything. Like, maybe I should actually try that. Yeah, like I understand using like the E key for use, and it I'm used to doing that, but also like I don't know, maybe there's something else planned for that button in the future or something, and that's why we're not using left mouse button. Otherwise, it seems like it would just make sense to use that for these kind of things. Alright, so I'm just gonna try going back to the other time period again. And if I can't figure anything out there, then I'll just have to wrap this up. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just a problem with the game, but just getting stuck on that door, that's what it feels like. So, okay, yeah, so I see where I am. So right here is where the statue is in the other place, but I can't go this way. This way doesn't work. It even says time lift on it. That's kind of cute. But yeah, I don't know what else to do. Not sure if I missed something. It's actually ridiculously detailed. Oh yeah, so some of these textures are kind of lower res than some of the other ones. There's a bathroom here. I don't remember getting into the bathroom in the other time period though. Maybe this door was locked. Oh, I kind of got up on, maybe on this. That kind of Feels unintentional. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm just gonna... So that's locked, and then this is... Oh, that's getting kind of glitchy. I guess that's where I started from. So just check one more thing, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, so this is alright, so this is definitely in a different position though. The location of the time lift. It's in a different place in the house. So that part is kind of confusing. To me, I think there's something that kind of feels good about the idea of it being in the same location and just a different time. For one thing, it helps you stay kind of... You know, you kind of keep your bearings better. But I think it just kind of feels nice to kind of see that, because you get the sense that it's definitely the same place. Because, right, so this, I think, unless I'm wrong, I think this is, right here is where it is in the other time period. So it's kind of weird that it moves. I guess maybe it's like right up here or something, but yeah, it just seems like an odd choice to me, because I kind of like the feeling of making the house feel like it's really one-to-one with the other time period by keeping it in the same location, but maybe it's just gonna move every time. So yeah, I was gonna look for... Right, so this is locked, so the bathroom is in that room, but maybe there's no way to get there. Okay, yeah, so I don't know of anything else I can do at this point. For some reason, I just get stuck at that door up here, the weird one, with the clockwork and stuff. And this is locked. And yeah, unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to do anything, so... Alright, well I guess I'll wrap this up. I don't know if this was a bug that I just encountered or if something else is going on, maybe I missed something. But kind of unfortunate that I didn't get to continue. It was getting kind of creepy with that, that statue sliding around, of course, but I'm curious about what other gameplay is in the game, so kind of too bad that I got stuck at this point, but nonetheless, really intriguing. Definitely some really interesting ideas here, and yeah, I'd be interested to see where else the game goes, but yeah, I gave some various feedback as I was playing, of course. I think the movement is kind of weird, that you have to like accelerate for so long rather than just being responsive as I would like it to be. It just feels very strange, and the breathing constantly is a little out of place, I think. But other than that, really cool. Quite nice looking. Lots of good stuff here, so very interesting. Yeah, so I'll wrap this up. Definitely let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.